Overthinking, nonstop thinking has become the new normal, the new norm. And it's really disturbing, isn't it? How many clients that we're working with right now that are struggling with this inability to stop our thoughts, keeping us up at night, waking us up early in the morning, anxiety in our stomachs, for gosh sake, going through the day and not even remembering what the day was like because our thoughts are just screaming through our head. Have you been there? Are you there? Listen, all these videos are just here to help you grow. If you connect with them, feel free to share. Overthinking, overwhelming thinking, nonstop thinking is something I'm working with so many clients on. Now listen, if I have quite a few clients that are working on this one issue, we know it's massive. Anytime we have more than 2 or 3 clients at the same time working on anything whatsoever, addiction, relationships, overthinking, overwhelmed thinking, nonstop thinking, whatever it is, it's a pattern. And we can stop it. Hi, I'm David Essel. You're tuned into David Essel Live, America's and the world's most positive podcast. 35 years now as a podcast host, radio host, TV host, author. We do it all here. And we're on Buzzsprout.com, so just go to Buzzsprout anytime you want positive messages. Google David Essel, come to our page there, and oh my God, you'll have thousands of podcasts to view. But this overwhelming overthinking is something that's so crucial. And in order to stop it, we have to have a system. So I'm going to give you 2 options today that work with the overthinking, overwhelming thoughts, nonstop thinking, and it can really, really help. So the very first thing is that when we have a thought that's ruminating, right, it's just continuing to repeat itself, rolling over like a dog wagging its tail, for God's sake, we have to stop and think and write down that thought. What is that thought? I feel anxious about this. I'm feeling depressed about that. I'm feeling angry about this. Whatever that nonstop thought is, that thought you can't get out of your head, write it down. Write it down. I'm angry at Mary, and the thought keeps going through. I feel insecure going to this event, and the thought keeps running through. I don't know where I'm going to get this money for rent, and the thought, so I'm overweight and I can't seem to lose weight, and the thoughts keep running through, right? So we take that ruminating thought, we take that thought that's out of control, and we write it down, so you can see it on paper. And then you ask yourself this question. And number 2, phase 1 is to write it down. Phase 2 is to write down, is this thought necessary in the moment? And this is where you gain mastery of your thoughts. Is this thought necessary in this moment? Or is it something I'm worrying about in the future? Is it something I'm dragging from the past? You see, mindfulness is about what we're talking about right now. This is mindfulness. Like you're aware that there's a returning, ruminating thought, and you write it down. And then underneath it, you write down, is this necessary? Is it something that I have to address right now? Is it crucial that I spend time thinking about it right now? You see, when we start to bring logic into the play of rumination, we can slowly start to eliminate the ruminating thoughts, the nonstop thinking, the overwhelming worry, the anxiety, depressing thoughts, whatever it might be. But we've got to get it written down. We've got to see in our own eyes that we have this thought that's being repetitive. And then the second phase is it necessary? In other words, is there something I can do about it right now? Because if it's a necessary revolving thought, then let's take action. And you would write down, is it necessary? And you put, yes, I need to do this today. Awesome. Then when you do this to take care of that ruminating thought will go away. Now, step 3 is, what if it's in the future you're worrying about? What if it's in the past you're worrying about? And this is where we need to take a big breath, and we need to stay in the moment. And I encourage my clients just to write down, I choose to let this thought go because there's nothing I can do about it. Now, the more you repeat that, especially in writing, the more you repeat that, I choose to let this thought go because there's nothing I can do about it. You're bringing logic into emotion. And watch your world change. And every time the thought comes up, let's say 30 seconds later it comes up again, you do the same thing. Just write down, this worry, this anxiety, this anger, there's nothing I can do about it right now. I choose to let this go. Over time, the pattern of choosing to let it go will become stronger and stronger the more often you do it. And the odds of those thoughts, ruminations continuing will decrease dramatically. You can always then substitute a positive thought, you can substitute a positive activity, but understand that you can gain control of your thoughts by exercises like this. And I tell people all the time, I don't believe you can necessarily control in the long term anyway, ruminating thoughts by saying, stop that thought, because you're not dealing with it. All you're doing is covering it up. What we want to do is bring it to the surface, to write about it, and to say logically, is there anything I can do about it? And if not, let me take a big breath and let it go. If I can help you at all, we work with people for 43 years now in the world of counseling. Reach out to me at talkdavid.com. Also, there's 4 books for free there that may help you as well. They will never hurt you. 4 motivational books. So go ahead there, and if I can help you, I'd love to. Remember, you have more control over your thoughts, over your actions, and over your life than you may have ever thought. I'm David Essel. If I can help you, it's talkdavid.com. Until next time, have a beautiful day.